what you're gonna need is a notebook, and I kind of suggest a scrap notebook, so you're gonna be cutting it up. Scissors, assorted markers, Sharpies, or any type of markers really, but make sure you have a black one. You might need it. A glue stick, or really any other type of glue, but I think a glue stick works the best. You can also use hot glue. A mechanical pencil or regular pencil, but you have to have lead. A stapler, white print paper, or I guess you could use loose leaf, but I like the white print paper better. And a ruler. Something small to keep all your stuff in it. I have a little locker, but you can use whatever. Now take your ruler and mark 1 inch by 1/3 on your paper. This is going to be for the tiny sheets of paper that are going to go into your notebook. So just do that real quick. Now mark off the sheet, and you're going to do that for the rest of your paper, not the whole paper, but just down. So you're going to have 1 row of paper. Now you are going to cut it out and then just kind of stack it all together. So it might take you just a minute just to cut it all out. So as you can see here, I'm already getting like the flaps going, so just cut them out when you're ready. Now place your stack of sheets, tiny sheets, on the whatever notebook you're using. Now you're going to trace around it, and that's going to get you the measurement. So after you trace it, you're going to cut it out, and you're going to cut the notebook out. That's why I said use a scrap notebook, because you don't want to use a fancy one. But any colored notebook will be fine, because I'm using a green. Now flip over your notebook and put it on kind of like the cardboard side. You're going to do the same thing, because this is going to be the back of your mini notebook. So just stack it on top, trace it, and then cut it out. Take all of your sheets, everything, the front, the back, the white sheets, and you're going to stack them all on top. Now you're just going to staple it, give it 1 staple, you don't need more than 1. And you're just going to kind of trim off the edges, do whatever you like to it, and that would be fine. Now, if you want, this is optional, but you can cut out a little white label to put on the front of your notebook, and then you can just glue that on, and then I'm just going to write diary, so you can write whatever you want, like your name or a class, and just be creative, and this is all up to you. I'm just decorating it right here. I added these just for effect. You can add whatever you want. Stickers, glitter, markers, whatever you want. Draw on it, doodle it, give it to a friend for their birthday, their, Christmas, whatever. So just be creative and have fun. Now we're going to need a bunch of stuff to make the pencils. Now first you're going to need toothpicks, needle or some other kind of stabbing thing to get the lead, a chunk of eraser or an eraser, and a ruler again. So now you're just going to take your ruler and you're just going to put it up against the toothpick, and you're going to mark it at 1 inch, and then you're going to mark it at 2 inch, and then you're going to mark it at 1/3 on the other side of the half. So now that you've done that, cut off the bigger chunks and make sure you have that 1 inch or whatever, the bigger part, cut off. Now that you have your tiny piece of toothpick, you are going to press the needle into the top of it, and you are now going to stick the lead in it, just a tiny chunk, and make sure you wrap the glue all around the sides so it stays in place, and let that dry. Cut out a tiny square of eraser, and you're going to glue it onto the end of your tiny pencil. So do this carefully. Now that you're finished putting everything on, you can take Sharpies and color it and make any kind of wacky design you want. You can even put jewels on it. I've colored mine orange, so Now you are finished. Now you have your tiny little diary and your tiny little pencil. And yes, it does write and it does erase, but the erasers sometimes have a little bit of trouble. But give a thumbs up if you want to see the next video where I show you how to make a tiny little pencil case and a super simple eraser, a big eraser. So, my name is Heather, and I will see you guys later.